I fucking shut off my early alarms today. And I was like, I've got alarms set for the secondary, like the normal time I get up. And then I woke up and thought I was having like a heart attack. Which is never going to happen because I'm going to be stuck here until I'm 90. But it's real tight in my chest, in the middle of my back. But then I realized it's probably anxiety, because it's usually anxiety. I have a fuckload of anxiety. And I'm super anxious still after yesterday. So I took a bunch of deep breaths. The pain went away. And the funny thing is, I thought about work for a minute and the pain started to come back. So I got it out of my head, took some deep breaths, and the pain went away. Man, I've had some really bad ones at work. Just like, felt like there was a goddamn volleyball of fucking pain in the middle of my back, right in the middle of where my sternum is, and in the front. It's bad. Like I went back to my desk and sat down one day and texted Beth I love her and shit. Like, probably having a heart attack, probably gonna die. She's like, no, you're not. I'm like, I don't know. Chest hurts. She's like, numb in this arm? No. No to all the heart attack symptoms, except for pain. So you're probably having a panic attack. You're probably gonna die because of your job. Yes, maybe. It's gotten a lot better though since they took the weight of, I'll say the customer's name, Leonie. It's funny. Leonie is so objectively fucked up. There's outside salespeople and other people that have worked at a bunch of companies, because Leonie deals with a lot of companies. And you just mention, because they're so fucked up in their own unique way, that you just mention two types of situations in a row. Like, there's two different sales guys I've talked about this to, and one of them hasn't even worked with them in years. So they've been like this for a long time. I said something, and he's like, "Are you talking about Leonie?" And I laughed, and he's like, "You are, aren't you?" And then he told me this story about when he was the outside sales guy dealing with them for, I don't remember what company it was. This is another company besides us. He's like, they wanted him to come down to Mexico to one of their plants, and he did. And he's like, the plant operator was an asshole. He knows Spanish, so it wasn't bad for him. Like, he didn't have any problem as far as language barriers go. But the plant manager was a total dick. Like, the people that handled him were totally just detached and didn't care at all. And one of the guys was bitching to him about something, and the sales guy was telling me, I just let him bitch. I could see he was wrong, but I just let him bitch. And then I just pointed at a piece of paper, and then the guy's face turned red, and he got mad and started bitching about other stuff. So then he said he didn't say much, and he just walked off. And knowing this guy, he probably didn't. He's not like me. He doesn't he doesn't just blurt shit out like I do. Like when I fucking blurted out to one of our customers who's being a total dick, is there some kind of problem? Is what he said. And I said, no, there's no problem. I've got a 5-year-old. I'm used to people stomping off and throwing tantrums. That's what I said. Did not help the situation at all. So that's good. I just started thinking about, I talked to his mom and I asked if she heard about it, because his mom does pickups a lot for him, which is hilarious. But because he can't keep anybody, so his parents have to help him keep it alive. It's fucking hilarious. Talking to ex-workers is the worst drama you'll ever hear in your life. It's really bad. But I asked her if she heard about it. He's like, yeah. Or no, she's like, yeah, I heard about it, but you just gotta let it go. I was like, well, the question is, I didn't push it. She just gave us presents, and I was gonna give mine back. Like, are you sure? And she's like, oh yeah. All right. Presents it is. Presents o'clock, I guess. They do have a massive discount. Like if we have two different customers. One is like medium, like if we want to give them a medium discount, we're allowed to base it off of customer A. And if we want to give them a deep cut discount, we base it off of him. And I don't understand that. So acting like a little faggot bitch, a little motherfucking asshole. I said the F word again, I apologize. I'd like to reference people that are offended hearing that word to the South Park episode with the motorcycles. I bet it's because they were raised in the same atmosphere I was, where nobody cares. Suck each other's dicks. I don't care. Nobody gives a fuck. It's gay people been around for fucking centuries. Who's offended by gay people? Fucking nobody. God damn, what a fucking crazy thing. Anyway, different definition, different context. Anyway, what is this shit? Is this what we're doing today? Blinking lights for no reason? This motherfucker probably don't even know those are on. I'm gonna go around too, buddy. Osmosis. What a good license plate. Man, my lips are so dry. I'm gonna have to break down and get chapstick for sure. Speaking of gay, I was talking to my coworker, and I was like, "Do you use chapstick?" He's like, "No, I just lick my lips a lot, and then they never get dry." I don't think that's how it works, but I just let it go. I mean, you gotta be licking your lips a lot constantly. Maybe he does, I don't know. Not my lips. But he said, yeah, I use it sometimes. Why? I was like, well, I just feel so girly when I don't know, it's like putting on lipstick. And he just laughed. He's like, that's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. I almost got off on the wrong street. Because that's the way I usually go. But I'm going a different way today. I don't know why I just didn't go down the interstate to get off on Guadalupe. It would have made more sense. I changed the route in my head like 18 times as I was going. Speaking of that coworker, I started to say yesterday, there's an IMAG order here, or not an IMAG. Who was it? There's a will call order here. And then I said, I was like, there's a will call order here. Oh yeah. There's one for, I said, I don't like, there's a will call order here I don't care about. Oh yeah, there's one for Foster. Fuck, it's huge. I better pull it because they'll get here, fuck, or something like that. I mixed like 4 sentences into one. And he like fucking started laughing. It's like, you just mixed like fucking a bunch of sentences into a short sentence. Because it was pretty short. It was only like 10 words. And you could hear the way I was moving and my voice tone, I guess, was illustrative of what sentence was which. He figured it out. He understood. He's worked with my dumbass enough to follow my ridiculousness. but it was funny. You had to be there. That was a terrible story. Really? That sounds? You sometimes when shit gets kicked up underneath your wheel well, it sounds like shit's just flying off your car. I know that's not the case, but what the fuck? Seems like the case. Feels like the case. Sounds like the case. Isn't the case. Boompa? Are you a producer? Or are you making sounds? Those are not O's. Those are Q's. Arizona doesn't make the Q's on their license plates clear enough. I don't remember if it was Iowa or Nebraska puts a big fucking down there in that corner so you can goddamn tell that's a fucking Q from a fucking 1,000 yards. Maybe if you have a binoculars or something, but I'm really fucking hungry. I'm gonna eat before I pull the fucking... I've got some order shit to pull still. I'm hungry as fuck. And those are Q's. I mean, that's terrible. You gotta put a bigger line through there, Arizona. Ah! Hiccups! I keep hearing hiccups are when your body or your lungs or your whatever doesn't have enough air and your body's trying to get more air quick. That doesn't make any sense to me. Is that what it is? I think that's someone asked the doctor a question and they just threw it out there like, I don't want to answer this is stupid. And then somebody printed it and then that's what it is now. And the doctor's probably like, that's retarded. Why would they print that? Well, you said it, stupid. Well, I was kidding. That's my problem. I just blurt shit out too much. I'm just joking. Gotta get it the fuck out of my head. And then people are like, oh, Eric said this. I'm like, oh, calm the fuck down. It's not what I meant, bitch. Jesus Christ, who believes that shit? I'm gonna leave it recording through the drive-thru. What do you think of them apples? Those are clearly red, delicious apples. Assholes? Assholes? Apples? Assholes? This guy goes to fucking fast food every day. Yeah, I do. I can't be bothered to make my own food at home. And I still stay at 300 pounds. I was always... Well, I specifically order certain things, though, too. Kind of care. After counting calories, you learn a lot. It's like, okay, I know I need this many calories for this amount of shit. I go through about 2,000 calories of work. Physical ass jobs. That's what happens.
Hey, how you doing today?
Pretty good. Could I get 3 hash brown toasted breakfast burritos with steak?
With steak?
Yeah.
Okay.
And a large Kickstart with no ice.
Okay.
And that's all.
Any hot sauce?
No, thank you.
11:20. We'll see you at the window.
See, the main reason I come to Taco Bell is because they're the cheapest. I can eat all day for like $5. But then I start looking at the menu and I'm like, well, I want this instead. So I'll get 4 of the dollar burritos with bacon, and I'll eat like 1 or 2 for breakfast, 1 or 2 for lunch. Sometimes I'll have 1 left over, but that's fine because it's $1. And then I'll get a drink because I fucking love their drink so much. The drinks, I know soda's terrible for you. I drink like a gallon of water at work though every day. So I fill up my bottle. It's a half-liter bottle. I miss the 20-ounce bottles. So I'll drink a bottle of soda every day, and then I'll fill it up with water 6 or 10 times a day. In the winter, it's more like 6. In the summer, it's at least like 10. I'll fucking go up there, and I'll fucking fill up the bottle, and I'll fucking chug it. Drink the whole bottle and fill it up again. Take it out, go around the warehouse, drink the bottle, go back, like fill it up, chug like half of it, top it off again, go back out, drink it. At least like 3 or 4 or 5 times, 6 times. The problem with that is going to the bathroom. I know you sweat. That's why I started wearing a do-rag, was sweating. It's like 100 degrees out there and you're doing physical shit. And there's a swamp cooler. So the sweat you do sweat doesn't go anywhere. It just builds up. So then you got to get a fucking do-rag to make it run down your back or whatever. So sexy.
Good morning, 11:20.
Good morning.
You want the receipt today?
That's cool.
I'll be in the bag. I'll be right out. Thank you.
Good times. I'm really cold. I'm not turning on my heater in my car though, because then I'll be nice and warm and I'll have to get out and be cold again. So I just leave it cold and get used to the cold. Because it's cold to work. They work too. There's no heater back there. The sales guys come out and they don't have coats. They don't wear their coats and they come back in the warehouse because they forget how cold it is. So it's kind of funny hearing them talk faster and faster and faster because they want to get shit taken care of. You can just call. They can call. Both sales guys have my cell phone number too. They can just call me. Call the work phone. You know the work phone lines. But they come back. It's because we're awesome. One of the sales guys came back yesterday and was looking for a skid. Looking for, it wouldn't be a skid, but looking for a product. And we learned, I was like, well, fuck, I should have came in a month ago. What the fuck? Because the ship date was in October. And maybe at worst takes 3 weeks, so it had to be in the building. So I was looking around and I was like, I said, where is it from? Who shipped it? And we saw who shipped it. I was like, well, we lost a skid. So I looked at the distribution order number, and sure enough, it was that skid. Like, oh, motherfucker. So we are out. But he can ship it from other locations. So that's what he did. It's just going to be late. $40 miles a gallon. Should be better than that. What am I doing? Why would it be less than 40 miles a gallon? Or less. It's usually 50. If I'm not using my heater. Oh. Why is that on? There we go. Something was on that uses power. A lot of power. Yeah, it's funny. During the winter, I usually get 50 to 53 miles per gallon. And then when summer comes around, I got to turn just my air conditioner. It immediately drops down to like 30, 35. Thank you. You too. So it's fucking 15 to 20 miles a gallon goes bye-bye for the air conditioner. And the funny thing is, the majority of why I use the air conditioner anymore, like lately, is to cool off my phone. Because when I don't have the air conditioner blowing on my phone, it overheats and the video cuts out after like 6 minutes. And the man in the yellow hat said that's fucking hilarious. I made it! That was close. It's funny for me. It's like, come on, Mercedes, you gotta inch up a little bit further so I can turn, so I can get in that lane and not die. It's tricky pulling out there because the right lane sinks down, so I can't fucking tell from that angle if they're, because I don't know if you can see, there's no rain ditches, there's no drainage system here. It's very, very sparse. Very few fucking storm drains. They don't exist down here. They don't. These roads are built like roads up north, but it seems like the middle, because the middle's higher than the sides, so the water drains off. But it seems like these just seem worse. Maybe it's just this road. I don't know. No, I notice it all over the place. But I can't tell if they're in this lane or the other lane from the angle I'm at on the other side of the street back there. All the cool stories. I'm wearing a jacket, so I'm fine when I tell cool stories. Boop, 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 boop. I need to catch up on Archer. I love Archer, but a couple of the recent seasons I'd seen kind of seemed like they were off the mark, just making them to make them at this point. I kind of feel bad. Well, it's funny because even with the changed setting and whatever, I think Archer's dead. Sterling, I think Sterling Archer's dead, or in a coma or something. And the last few seasons happened in his head, but it's funny how drastically different some things are, but the interactions and the characters are still the same. It's pretty awesome. It's clever what they did. And I learned Star Trek Discovery and Star Trek Picard, or Discovery anyway. Star Trek Discovery is available on Netflix from other countries. Like all of it. So I'm gonna have to get my VPN on and check. I want to watch that in Picard still. On Facebook group called Star Trek Memes, and a lot of people really don't like Discovery. They can't stand it because I guess the science officer cries like every episode, like weeps, not just like tears up, like I mean cries. I don't know if they're trying to say, maybe one of the writers heard she could cry on command really convincingly, and they're like, oh awesome, we're going to use that shit. I don't know if that's the case, or if they're like, we need to, beat this stigma of fucking crying, whatever. Damn, I should go through this, but I won't. There's a matte black truck. You're gonna see it right now. That's green. That's a dark green. I don't know what it is. But we're all victims of the stigma, though, so one show's not going to help kill it, I don't think. Get a muffler, dude. Because I think I cry once every... few years? Well, maybe once every 6 months if you factor in music. Some music gets to me. I think the last time I remember crying, actually, there wasn't music. Oh no, I cried once at the other place. 2 or 3 times ago, I guess. I'll just give it 3 because I don't know. I don't remember. But I definitely cried once. I was emotional and depressed anyway. And then I was pulling a Papa Murphy's pizza out of the oven, and something happened and it flipped. And the melted cheese right on the door. Very sad.